Have you ever pondered the true essence of generational wealth and why it remains elusive to most people? In the grand scheme of life, the dream of achieving generational wealth and financial stability is a common thread that binds us all. Yet for many, it remains just that, a dream. Generational wealth, in its simplest form, is wealth that is passed down from one generation to the next. It's the concept of leaving something tangible for your offspring, a financial cushion that allows them to venture further, dream bigger, and dare more. It's the dream of being able to say, "I've made it, not just for yourself, but for your children, your grandchildren, and the generations that follow." But let's take a step back and look at the bigger picture. The reality is that the gap between the rich and the poor is widening at an alarming rate. The wealthy continue to amass wealth, while those on the other side of the spectrum continue to struggle. It's a stark contrast that highlights the harsh truth of our economic system. The idea of achieving financial dreams seems more like a mirage, always seen, never reached. This isn't about being pessimistic, but about facing the brutal facts. The climb to financial stability is steep, riddled with obstacles and setbacks. For some, it's student loans. For others, it's low wages or unemployment. The list goes on. Furthermore, the dream of generational wealth is not just about amassing a fortune. It's about financial education, understanding how to manage and grow wealth, and then passing that knowledge down to the next generation. Yet, financial literacy is often a missing piece of the puzzle, making the dream even more elusive. The harsh reality is that generational wealth remains a distant dream for many, a facade shrouded by the harsh winds of economic downturns. It's a tough pill to swallow, but it's important to understand the reality of the situation. Only then can we begin to navigate the complexities of the financial world and strive for a better future. How does the beast of economic recession feast on the dreams of financial stability? Well, let's delve into that. Consider the story of Sarah, a single mother of two, working tirelessly to build a nest egg for her children. She had aspirations of providing a better life, a life devoid of the financial struggles she herself had endured. But then, the 2008 financial crisis hit. Sarah was laid off. Her dreams of financial stability, her dreams for her children, crumbled as her savings were depleted. Let's also remember Jack and Linda, a couple in their early 60s hoping to retire comfortably. They had been saving diligently, planning to travel and enjoy the fruits of their labor. Then, the 2020 pandemic struck. Their business folded, their retirement fund dwindled, and their dreams of a peaceful retirement vanished into thin air. Or what about the young graduates, fresh out of university, brimming with optimism and dreams of financial success? They were met with an oversaturated job market, crippling student loans, and an economy in turmoil. Their dreams of financial independence were replaced with the harsh reality of living paycheck to paycheck. These are not isolated incidents. These are the faces of economic recession, the dream killers. The economic downturns of 2008 and 2020 were not mere blips on the financial radar. They were catastrophic storms that left millions grappling with job loss, depleted savings, and shattered dreams. And it's not just about the immediate impact. The consequences of these recessions reverberate for years, even decades. Sarah, Jack, Linda, and countless others are still picking up the pieces, still trying to rebuild their financial dreams from the ruins left by these economic catastrophes. So how does the beast of economic recession feast on the dreams of financial stability? By being relentless, unforgiving, and indiscriminate. By attacking when least expected, leaving individuals and families to grapple with the fallout. As these stories reveal, economic recessions are merciless, leaving in their wake a trail of shattered dreams and financial ruin. The gap between the rich and the poor is widening. But what does this mean for the average individual? A troubling reality we must confront is the harsh truth of wealth disparity. The chasm between the world's wealthiest and the rest of us continues to expand at an alarming rate. In the past 4 decades, the wealth of the richest 1% has nearly tripled, while the financial resources of the bottom 50% has stagnated, if not declined. This stark contrast paints a grim picture, one where the dream of generational wealth seems increasingly out of reach for the average person. It's as if we're all running a race, but some participants started miles ahead, while others are restrained by weights of economic disadvantage. But how does this wealth disparity affect you? the average person striving for financial stability and prosperity. Firstly, this growing gulf of wealth creates barriers to opportunities. High-quality education, safe housing, access to healthcare, these are all aspects of life that wealth can secure. For those on the lower end of the economic spectrum, these necessities can be difficult, if not impossible, to attain. Then there's the issue of accumulated wealth. It's a well-known fact that money begets money. The more wealth you have, the more you can invest and grow that wealth. This means that those at the top of the economic ladder can continue to build their fortunes with relative ease, while those at the bottom struggle to make ends meet. Moreover, this wealth disparity exacerbates the effects of economic recessions. When the economy takes a downturn, it's the less affluent who bear the brunt of the hardship. Even a small financial setback can become a crisis for families living paycheck to paycheck. Thus, the dream of generational wealth for most remains just that, a dream, clouded by the harsh realities of wealth disparity and economic instability. The barriers to financial success are not just individual, but structural, deeply entrenched in our economic systems. And until these systems change, the harsh reality of wealth disparity will continue to be a seemingly insurmountable hurdle for many. So, where does this leave us in our pursuit of financial stability and generational wealth? We have seen the lustrous promise of generational wealth, shining like a beacon of hope in the distance. Yet we have also witnessed the crushing force of economic recessions, those ruthless dream killers that sweep away our chances of financial prosperity. Furthermore, we have stared into the abyss of wealth disparity, a chasm that grows wider with each passing year. This gap between the rich and the poor is not just a divide, it's a yawning gulf, an insurmountable barrier that separates the haves from the have-nots. The illusion of generational wealth, the destructive power of economic downturns, the alarming increase in wealth disparity. These are the harsh realities that we face in our quest for financial security. In the face of these grim realities, the idea of generational wealth becomes a mirage, a deceptive illusion that vanishes just when it appears within our grasp.